So why, when I'm trying so hard, giving it everything I've got, does this keep going wrong? Awakening, life, whichever, all of the above. And it's easy to have that experience, conclude that there's something wrong with you as a seeker, a student, or that you're somehow missing something vital or something like that. And some of the hardest challenges in any human existence will happen for those that have committed to awakening, some of the darkest times. But what if they're happening for a completely different reason than what you might have considered? Would you allow me to give you another option to consider? Are you a separate being struggling to try to get to awakening, back to home, or and having all of these challenges because you're not doing a good enough job or something like that, whatever your mind is telling you? Or could it be that you are already the infinite self and that you are so completely already this epic love, compassion, wisdom, kindness, generosity, charity, that you chose this human incarnation and all of its challenges in order to feel these feelings, experience these doubts, these challenges, and to change them back into peace? What if you're not here as a punishment or trying to get back to some level of perfection? What if you're already that perfection? And you took a look at the state of the world and said, I'd like to do my part this lifetime to transmute these heavy frequencies that human beings struggle with. What if you came here to feel shame and turn it back into peace? And apathy and guilt and fear and anger and frustration and despair, hopelessness. What if that was the reason that you drew this body form to you? And I'm saying this because it's a total 180 on why perhaps you might think you're going through these challenges. And there's this one line that keeps ringing through my head, so I'm going to say it. And of course, you'll know who said it. It says that, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. I'm paraphrasing. But there was a point for me where that really made sense. If I already am this, why would I choose to come back here in physical incarnation, at least, come back in relative term that, you know, why would I ever choose to come back to such a challenging, difficult lifetime with all of the things that you've gone through up until this point and will go through until the end of the body? What would be the highest reason? We know the lowest reason that our mind suggests, but are you willing to let me pry these thoughts away from you, that you're being punished or something like that on some level by life, by the self? You know, you're not really a separate being. So every time you feel fear and transmute it, feel it a little bit, and a little bit of it goes back to peace, you simultaneously change the overall level of consciousness of all humanity. That's what it means to be the one. That you're not just working through your stuff, your challenges, your karmic patterns. You're working through everyone's. And I don't mean to put a burden on you. Oh my God, I've got to save the planet now. I tried that and it's really quite dull. Still pick it up every now and again. But do you realize the power and the difference that you're making, even just by attending this session, this retreat, by committing your life to this? That every time you feel some shame or apathy or despair or guilt, and you just let it be a little bit more inside you, let it exist, that you're making it that much harder for the rest of humanity to hate themselves, judge themselves, to feel what human beings feel on a daily basis. And then the power that happens when a group of us come together like this, it really, I cannot describe how that makes me feel inside. If I try, to describe that, I won't be able to finish the rest of the session. So you'll just have to kind of try to feel it inside yourself and sense it. So I'm going to ask you again, will you let me prize a gap, leave a gap into why your life has been the way it has? Could you be so powerful, so compassionate, so wise, so loving, temporarily forgotten all of that in thoughts? Agreed, we all do. But nonetheless, that power, that compassion said, what can I do for manifestation? What can I do for the world? What can I do or be for the greatest evolution of humanity? What can I do to be an embodiment of this love? Would you have chosen an easy lifetime? Or would you have said, let me look at some of these heaviest frequencies that we might encounter and see what I can do about them? Because none of us remember this on a conscious level, at least until a certain point in our awakening, we might become conscious of the fact that we did choose this on some level. We didn't ever sign up for the horrible ways that we might have been treated or have treated others. But we might have, on a general level, signed up for perhaps the most challenging lifetime that we could handle. That's certainly been true for me. This has been the most challenging lifetime that I can remember for a very long time. But knowing consciously why that is occurring changed everything. And having to remind myself, and I'm reminding you right now, of what you knew before you had this physical body. And that you are succeeding in this most noble and holy mission, HOLY. Because here you are waking up, here you are being brave, here you are facing the challenges, here you are coming together in a community, here you are still attending retreat. I haven't scared you off yet, and we're on to day 3, so you're doing pretty well. To have come through the illusion enough, out of the other side of the illusion of being a separate being enough, at least that you know there's something else to aim for, and that there might be a higher purpose for this existence. That is profound. When you look at how many human beings are still totally caught in illusion, and of course there is nothing wrong with that. They will come out of it when they come out of it, when they're ready. You're already coming out of it. You've already found the truth of your being to whatever extent that you've experienced that. And then you're already empowering yourself to work through these things.